enthusiasts. How are you doing tonight? Good, I hope. Tonight we are going to talk about pear and cheese crostini, as well as how to plate a cheese plate. So because it's a party, I thought I would dress up and show everybody how I look at a trade show. Informally, I am known as the Lady in Blue. Blue is actually the colors for Cutco. So we have a blue binder that we work out of, we have blue tablecloth, and we're dressed in blue. So, if you ever come looking for the Lady in Blue, just know they're going to direct you to me. Now, we're going to do a quick recap. 3 weeks ago, I showed you how to make pear salsa. By giving me some oven. Now, surprisingly, most people don't know Cutco makes flatware. Spoons and forks, dinner, salad, soup. And we showed you how to make pear and focacini Asian pear toothpicks. And grilled flat French bread with goat cheese. In this case, it is cranberry goat cheese. And those are recipes that came to me with Glenn Chedder. We worked together with it. And for the goat cheese, I use the spreader. It's a sandwich spreader. Now, I'm going to introduce you to actual cheese knives tonight from Cutco. First one being the traditional. Now, we like the cheese knife, and you would have seen it in an earlier video when I did potatoes, because the holes keep starchy things and sticky things like cheese from sticking to the knife. It comes off really quick and easy. So, we did have some technical difficulties earlier. Otherwise, you would have seen me cut straight down. Now, this is called Pear and Chedder Crostini by www.gogogogourmet.com. There's 3 goes in there. So, because it's a wide block, it was cut in half. You need to fit on my cracker. Now, I want to cut equal-sized pieces. And again, the square, seeing through the knife allows me to do that. It's one trick. Now, every time I talk to people, and they see my knife edges, they think this is a serrated blade. It's not. Can you see there? It's 3 straight blades that come to a point. So you have a very flat U or V. And it does that so that the points protect the blade and it lasts longer. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 8 pieces of cheese. Now, I also introduced everybody to the Sankutu cheese knife. It just means curved blade. Again, it's got the micro double D edge. Keeps things sharp longer. Now, I really like the double D edge, and I really like the petite Sankutu. Because of the point, it means I can drag it like I would a French chef. And I can cut fruits and vegetables and meat really easy with this. So sandwich meat, awesome. This is a mini cheese knife. You'll notice it's a little smaller. You'll also notice it has this flat end right here. That's for spreading cheese. It means it's a little more difficult to cut meat. So if you're consolidating your kitchen, you want knives with versatility. Buy a cheese knife. They sound ridiculously expensive, but they're going to save you so much in space and time. Seriously. This is one of the 4 go-to knives you need in your kitchen. The other 3 being a bread slicer, which you've seen last week, as well as a French chef or a Santaku, 7-inch Santaku, and a paring knife. Now you've all seen me using the Bird's Beak paring knife from Cutco and the 4-inch paring knife. I don't like the short blade because of personal preference. A lot of people do, like my mother, which is okay. So now with this, we have slices. But, see? Just how easy that is? Very simple, very elegant. Now, we're going to take 1 slice of pear, 1 cracker, and a piece of cheese. That's simple. This is where the fun part is. Remember, I don't have space. I wish I had space. I dream of days I have space. Give me a quick second. Now, there are many, many, many ways to do a cheese plate. But you need to remember something about them. They're fun, they're simple, and they look amazing. They really do. And they really, really are. So often a cheese plate will have a theme, like a season. Fall or summer are very popular. Another one is a party, Christmas or business meeting, or a casual family get-together. You can also make a cheese plate, very informal one, for family lunch. They're quick. They don't have to be expensive. Now, glaze, of course. I like glaze. Now, one of the themes I tend to do, well, I did this time, was pear and pomegranate. But I've done other themes, seasonal. I've done themes that were around Saskatoons. There really isn't a reason not to have a cheese plate. But you can tell the theme, you can tell the meaning of the plate by how expensive the cheeses are and how they're plated. This is what's called a very formal plate. Now I'm going to try to do this and show it to you without dropping everything. Yeah. Very formal, very not wild, easy to see. Now, a cheese plate is a progression, a logical progression from simple to complicated. Now, I also go and I rate the deli counter for a reason. I love the deli counter in my stores. They make my life simple. For example, this is prosciutto panino. It's all done for me, all the work. If I want, I can go put an apricot, dried slice of apricot on there, or a relish, or a jam. Anything I want, I can put on there. This is the base, this is the carrier, it's all done for me. Instead of having bread or crackers or toothpicks as carrier, the cheese itself is the carrier. Now, as I said, you go from simple to more complex, and you only use 3 or 4 cheeses. So, simplest is the Boccini. Excuse me. The next, more complicated, simply because it goes into the oven, is the French bread with goat cheese. Third one is the prosciutto. And lastly is the crostini. Now, when I said we made the pear salsa, fruit salsa, we did. And I said the prosciutto was my carrier. That's simple. I'm losing some of my stuff. But that right there is all you need to do to top off the prosciutto. Add the salsa. I will often have a pile of crackers just laying around, and that's what the salsa is for. You can put the salsa on the crackers afterwards. Pickles are really good for cheese plates too, incidentally. So when you're going from simple to complex, you want the flavors to go from simple to complex, not the design, because you don't want to spend a whole lot of time in the kitchen. You want to start with a light tasting cheese, semi-firm like a mozzarella or a brie. Then you go through a slightly stronger tasting cheese with a bit of texture like the goat or a feta. Feta is really nice and it's crumbly and has lots of texture. Then you want your middle cheese and cheese to be mellow tasting and firmly textured like a marble or a cheddar. In this case, ours is a cheddar. The stronger flavored cheese and crumbly is nice to have, but not necessary. And the last one, if you have it, it's very strong, it's bold. It's usually blue or gorgonzola cheese. And each of these cheeses you're going to pair with different things. So you pair light cheeses with light fruit. Stronger cheeses like blue, you pair with stronger fruit like fig. You go on the internet, you will find many resources to show you how to do this. If you go to my Pinterest account, Sarah Rose Fontentenborn, SARAH_ROSE_VON_TETTENBORN, or if you look up at Von_Tettenborn C, it should take you straight to my page. Go under general recipes or Cutco at home recipes, and you'll find several tutorials on how to do these. I've been making cheese plates. Well, I've watched my mother make cheese plates since I was a young kid, and she learned from her mother and her grandmother who came over from England. So there are two basic styles of cheese plates. This is called a structured one. The other one, which is really nice as well, it's more wild, is very unstructured. So when you do an unstructured cheese plate, you aren't cutting the cheese for your guests like I did. You put the block or the wheel of cheese on the board. And you leave the knives there. That's why I have several knives. And you let them cut themselves. See? And Cutco does supply all the different knives you'd ever need to do a cheese plate. You can check them out at my portal, www.mycutcorep./Sarah Fontentenborn. SARAHVONTETTENBORN. Excuse me, yes. Yes, I know my last name's very long. It's unique. Blame my relatives. My ancestors decided they had to be strange. My last name comes from a town in Germany. I'll talk about it another time, preferably in about 10 years. So with unstructured, you'd put the cheese in the wheel or block, and then you drop things like salty, dried meat, That's what prosciutto is. It's a smoked meat. And piles of nuts and dried fruit. You'd have a little bowl of relish or a mustard and something for the jam. The point is to build from simplex to complex, but to have fun. So don't stay structured to what you see on the sites. Go play and have fun and make it look really cool and awesome. The last thing you need is garnish. And garnish can be as simple as a few sprigs of rosemary. Really not complicated. So, cheese plate does have to have cheese, obviously, or you're not going to have a cheese plate. Crackers, bread, something that carries the cheese from the plate to your mouth. Salty, sweet, and garnish. It just makes it look pretty. Now, if you're having a wine and cheese party, hence the dress, you're going to want to pair drinks. That isn't as scary as it sounds. Again, light, simple, to bold, complicated. And you can double up drinks for a couple cheeses. So I would be pairing, since that's the terminology, the Crostini toothpicks with an apple. Apple wine, apple cider, something like that. Nice and light. And that would carry through with the prosciutto. That would not go with the French bread and the crostini. For the French bread and crostini, I'd go pomegranate. Now, if you really want to make your life simple, coffee goes with absolutely everything. Now, I gave you the basics, and I will link everything else on my page. I will put in the comments so you can find everything. So there's going to be several links back to other videos. The pear salsa, the Crostini, Asian pear toothpicks, the French bread and goat cheese. And I'm going to encourage you to go visit your local deli counter. They have marvelous surprises there that are so awesome and cool. Go, have fun, explore. You'll be surprised what you find. And it is awesome. So, you can find all the knives that I talked about, the different cheese knives, flatware, which I actually do love, cutting boards, at the website www.mycutcorrect.com/Sarah Fontainebleau, and you can buy from there. Or you can text me at 403-392-1788 and talk. Ask me questions. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you have on the recipes that you see tonight or any night, as well as the knives and flatware and boards and everything that Cutco sells. There are a few personal questions I'm not going to answer, FYI. Sorry. My favorite color isn't blue. It's actually orange, green, and purple. Yes, my hair is short. I like it short because it's very thin. It doesn't grow well long. If you have other personal questions, I'll answer them on ad hoc basis. You can also find me anytime on Facebook. The business account is Sarah Fontainebleau, Cutco, capital C-U-T-C-O, Independent Sales Representative. And the personal page is Sarah Rose Fontainebleau. You can locate me on YouTube with Lars at the Chop Chop, the Kindly Canadian. And you can find me on Instagram at Sarah Rose Fontainebleau. There's a lot of Sarah Rose Fontainebleau The advantages to having a very long, complicated name is it's very unique. Thank goodness, because my mother's maiden name was Hill. That wouldn't have worked as well. Sorry. So now I'm going to sign off, and we're going to enjoy this lovely cheese plate. I'm going to add some more crackers on for the salsa. And I'm going to wish you all a good night. Have fun. Enjoy. Go experiment. Check out the great websites where these recipes come from. I'll link them again. And have a great night. Enjoy. Bye.